The heart of Minnesota. Valley Sports North. The heart of the fan.
The spring training action continues in the Sunshine State this afternoon as the Twins meet the Red Sox at Lee County Sports Complex in Fort Myers. Welcome into our Trio Orthopedic studio. I'm Katie Storm. Well, the Twins looking for revenge over the Red Sox after falling to them twice already through spring training. This third meeting, Tyler Mahle will take the mound, looking for his second win throughout the spring training action. He goes up against Chris Sale. It's going to be one exciting afternoon in South Florida. Don't go anywhere. Dan Gladden and Chris Atterbury have the call next.
Minnesota Twins baseball here at Lee County Sports Complex as the Twins and the Boston Red Sox do battle here today. Here's the starting lineup for Alex Cora's Boston Red Sox. Leading off playing left field with Greg Allen. Tristan Casas, DH, he'll bat second. Adam Duvall in center field, he'll bat third. At second base, batting fourth, it'll be Christian Arroyo. Rob Refsnyder in right field bats fifth. Bobby Dahlbeck at first base, he'll bat sixth. Catching, batting seventh, it'll be Reese McGuire. Nico Goodrum at third base bats eighth, and David Hamilton will be the Red Sox shortstop batting ninth. Pitching 33-year-old left-hander Chris Sale for the Red Sox. Here's a starting lineup for your Minnesota Twins. Leading off and playing left field, making his Grapefruit League debut, Kyle Garlick. Jose Miranda continues to DH, he'll bat second. Donovan Solano bats third, he'll be at second base. Kyle Farmer, our cleanup hitter at shortstop. Joey Gallo back in the infield, he's at first base batting fifth. Catching, batting sixth, it'll be Ryan Jeffers. In right field, batting seventh, Max Kepler. Batting eighth, playing center field, will be Michael A. Taylor. And at third base, batting ninth, will be Andrew Bechtold. Pitching here this afternoon, his third appearance, second start of Grapefruit League action, will be right-hander Tyler Mahle. Umpires, Brian Honora calling balls and strikes. It'll be Brian Knight. The umpire at first base, John Lipka. At second base, Eric Bacchus, the umpire at third base. They're ready to get this start on a gorgeous afternoon. Here's Coy Provis.
Hi, Danny, thank you, and want to welcome all of you tuning in today on the Treasure Island Baseball Network, as well as viewing us today on Valley Sports North. A simulcast from beautiful Fort Myers today. Bright, sunny, nice crowd on hand with the third spring meeting between the Twins and the Red Sox. Tyler Mahle set to go. Greg Allen, saw him years ago with Cleveland. Was with the Pittsburgh Pirates last year, non-roster invite. Will lead off for the Red Sox here today and defend in left. The tall righty Mahle works off the first base side in a white home uniform, and his first pitch of the day is a strike at 91. And with that, we're underway. Danny, this is the third start for Mahle. What have you seen so far for Tyler in his first camp with the Twins?
First thing pops out is his command. Like Sonny Gray's able to hit his spots. Crivey stretched out. Good 3 innings here today.
One pumps in a fastball, strike two, take it at 93.
And that's what you're seeing. A strike one, strike two with Mahle being able to get ahead and go to the secondary pitches. But I kind of like everything I've seen from him now. We didn't get to see much of him just 4 games last year due to an injury.
And now the 0-2, swing and a miss, off speed 84, and down goes Allen. So 3 pitches and 3 strikes, and quickly one down here in the opening inning. And the Twins, pitching so far here in camp, and again, spring stats, you got to be careful how much you view them and with what you're seeing and what the rosters look like with the WBC going on. But still, the Twins staff entering plate today across spring training, third in strikeouts. And the starters, for the most part, they have thrown the ball very well early on down here. One down for Tristan Casas, big-time prospect for the Red Sox, first baseman. Had an ankle injury early last season, did debut late, 27 games, 5 homers. Showed discipline, would walk. This guy is a young, promising talent. Tristan Casas steps in from the left side as Mahle misses high at 92. 2 balls and no strikes. Mahle, 28 years old and a free agent to be at season's end. Works from the windup and the 2-0 pitch. Ground ball sharply right side. Base hit into right center field. Casas, a left-handed batter. And a year ago, perhaps the Twins would have shifted on Casas and had 3 on the right side. That's a ball. If indeed they had that defensive alignment, that's an out. But no shift. Found that gap between the second baseman Solano and the second base bag itself, and a sharp single pulled into right center. So one up, or a man on rather, one out first inning. And here's Adam Duvall. Signed a 1-year contract in January. Right-handed batting outfielder. He'll see time in center field for the Red Sox this year. Strike called, 92 on a fastball. It's a new look outfield, Danny, isn't it? When you think about how the Red Sox will look out there come opening day.
Yeah, you know, I think that they went with a little bit some more defense. They have Renfroe last year and put up some good numbers, but they wanted more of a defensive type alignment.
A 1 slider misses outside, 83 on that offering from Mahle. Adam Duvall, a couple of years ago with the Marlins and the Braves, led the National League with 113 RBI, not to mention 38 home runs, and he's a pull hitter. So he might find Fenway Park, 81 games there, favorable with his swing. Swing and a miss, 82 off speed elevated. Empty cut there from Duvall.
Getting a late start, just 1 for 14 here in spring training, but too good of a hitter. He'll get going.
A lot of strikeouts for Duvall, 14 at bats, like you mentioned, 7 strikeouts. And a Gold Glove in 2021 as well. And the 1-2 pitch, fastball misses at 93. And now a 2-2 count. Alex Verdugo figures to see regular time in left. Masataka Yoshida, player for the Red Sox, he'll play in right. Runner stays, 2-2, up and inside. Slider, full count. Mahle was among really one of 4 Twins pitchers that spent time with the Driveline Pitching Performance Academy, either in Washington or Arizona this offseason. A really good story on that from Dan Hayes, who covers the Twins for The Athletic, about that a couple of days ago as he checks on Casas at first base. He's back in standing. And for Mahle, he was more or less invited by Driveline. Reached out to Tyler's agent about him going west to work on his pitch mix. Runner stays, 3-2, a swing and a pop-up. Drifting down the right field line. Gallo chasing in from right comes Kepler. That ball will land in the berm out of play. Down the right field line as the fans scramble for that Adam Duvall souvenir. Yeah, but the pitches that Tyler was working on this offseason, trying to work on a split changeup a little bit more and also refining the grip on his slider. And he told Dan in the article that he's not throwing that splitter, that new split change, all that often, but he is happy with the progress with the grip change with his slider. Casas leads, short lead. No score first inning, 1 out. Runner stays, 3-2 pitch, right down the middle, strike 3 called at 93. So Duvall now 15 at bats in the spring, 8 strikeouts. And there are 2 down for second baseman Christian Arroyo.
Or you take a pitch, 3 balls, 2 strikes like that right down the middle, tells me Duvall was looking for something else. He is kind of a guess hitter, and that particular at bat, that particular pitch, take a fastball right down the heart of the plate.
Well, he struck out 9 batters per 9 last year. Fastball away at 92. And a 1 ball, no strike count to the former first-round pick by the Giants, Christian Arroyo. 87 games with the Red Sox last year. Plays second base for Boston. 2 outs. The next offering is a slider outside. 82 on that pitch. And now 2 balls and no strikes. Red Sox finished last in the AL East last season. 78 wins on the year. 2-0 pitch, bang foul out of play. Challenging with the fastball, 93. And now a 2-1 count. It's a Red Sox lineup that does have a different look to it. J.D. Martinez now a Dodger. Xander Bogaerts now a Padre. But offense wasn't the Red Sox issue last season. They scored runs. And the 2-1 drifts away. pounded away at a breaking ball, ball 3. But the pitching numbers, Danny, were not pretty for Boston a year ago.
Yeah, they had injuries too. Don't forget that they had to rely on some not real big name guys, but they're picking up in spring training. They are still crushing the ball and scoring runs. Offensively, they're getting everything done right.
9 wins, only 1 loss so far down here for the Red Sox with 3 ties. Runner stays, 3-1 pitch, ground ball left of short and through past a diving Farmer into left center. Holding at second base is Casas as Taylor throws it back in. So a 2-out single from Arroyo keeps the inning going for former Twin Rob Refsnyder. Seeking his first hit of Grapefruit League play. Rob is 0 for 13 so far. Red Sox have 2 on, 2 out, no score. Here comes Rob. He's a Twin for 51 games in 2021. Had a really good month of May before he got hurt. And the breaking ball drops in for a strike. Slider from Mahle on Refsnyder. Casas at second. Arroyo's at first. No score. Red Sox batting. And the 0-1 pitch. He got jammed and punched it foul. Fastball ran in on the hands. And now it's 0-2.
Yeah, due to some of the injuries that the Twins had, Refsnyder got some pretty consistent playing time.
The Twins were certainly thin of the outfield in 2021. And the 0-2 pitch fouled back. A fastball out of the plate there. 0-2 count. And we'll do it again. Mahle 6'4", 223. Acquired from the Reds last year. Again, the 0-2 pitch is just low. It was 86 off speed and missed down beneath the zone, ball 1. 4-seam split cutter slider is what Mahle featured a year ago. His 23rd pitch of the inning is high. Slider, and now a 2-ball, 2-strike count. Now, because of the injuries last year that Mahle sustained, he only threw 120 2/3 innings. His fewest innings in a season, forget the shortened season of 2020, since 2018. Breaking ball, strike 3 called outside corner on a slider, and Refsnyder strikes out looking. So Mahle strikes out 3, gives up 2 hits. Red Sox don't score, and strand 2 as the Twins are coming.
Well, there's a lot to do here, and we talked about it the other day. It may not look the same, and you got to witness it the other day driving down to Fort Myers Beach. I've been down there several times, and again, I'm like a tour guide showing people the devastation. But it's going to take a while, but at the same time, the people that are putting it back together, they're really working hard.
Yeah, working hard. So many crews working tirelessly to get that beautiful area up and running as quickly and as safely as possible. Just a wonderful part of this area. And this is Twins territory. As Kyle Garlick leads off, ground ball, first pitch, wraps it near third. Backhanded play by former Twin Nico Goodrum. He throws out Kyle in his spring debut. And that is out number 1. As the Twins are batting here, let's go on target quickly. Brought to you by Target. And the Twins pitching and the starting staff continues to look so good down here. And Joe Ryan continued that last night up in Sarasota. It turned out to be a tie game with the Orioles. But the Twins starters last 4 games have a sub-1 ERA. Nearly 12 innings thrown and not giving up much. 1-hop liner to short in the hole, backhanded by Hamilton and dug out of the back end by Dahlbeck on a nice swing there from Miranda. But a good play at short by David Hamilton, 25-year-old young player for the Red Sox. Tested 1-hop throw, a nice dig to the backhand side by Dahlbeck. But who's on target? Brought to you by Target, proud partner of the Twins. So Chris Sale, speaking of pitching, he's thrown 2 pitches and 2 outs. No score, bottom 1.
Strike 1.
And now they're going to call a strike on a time violation on Donovan Solano. So it's an 0-1 count. And Sale's pitch is a fastball at 92, strike 2 for Sale. Danny, just his second spring start. Velocity looked good in his first outing at 95. And the 0-2 pitch is down low. That's ball 1. No score, bottom 1. Quickly 2 down.
Well, the Boston Red Sox are a team that every year they are supposed to be in contention, but good example, their pitchers went down last year, this guy in particular.
Line drive sharply left field, sinking it down, a base hit for Donovan Solano, a 2-out knock to left. And you look at Garlick in this game, Danny. We saw Kyle, he would start when healthy against lefties, and that's going to be Donovan Solano's role as well. Good numbers against left-handed pitching.
Yeah, I think Kyle Farmer might fall into that category as well. So got a couple of guys that really handle left-handed pitching well. Here's one of them.
And it is Kyle Farmer. Swinging a good bat here in camp so far. He's playing some short, some third. He's 5 for 13, a homer and 4 knocked in so far down here, a former Cincinnati Red. Solano leads at first, no score, 2 outs, bottom 1. Sale from the stretch. The left-hander comes home. The 0-1, swing and a miss at 94. The 7-time All-Star Chris Sale. Sale just 2 games in the big leagues last year, had an assortment of injuries, and the 2-strike pitch, breaking ball, check swing, went around, strike 3, and down goes Farmer. And that is the inning. Twins don't score, get a hit, and leave 1. As we go to break, we want to acknowledge the passing of legendary Hall of Famer, great Vikings head coach Bud Grant, who passed away earlier this morning. Legendary Vikings coach for 18 seasons. He passed away at the age of 95. As we go to break, we honor the late, great Bud Grant here in Fort Myers. Top 2 underway, a strike on Bobby Dalbec, a Twins spring training crusher. This guy has put up video game numbers against the Twins down here in recent years. He bats for the Red Sox. First base today, right-handed hitter. No score in the second. And Malley's 1-1. Line drive right side, base hit right center towards the gap. Kepler sprinting to his right. Will cut it off near the warning track. Dalbec, though, digging into second base. And he is on to start the second with a standing double. With the emergence, Danny, of Tristan Casas and the arrival of Justin Turner down right now after getting hit by a pitch on his face, scary. But Turner should be good to go come opening day. Dalbec's roster spot right now seems a bit dicey.
Yeah, and I think that he has options to where they can't kind of send him down. But Dalbec, we've seen him play some third base. He's first base. So you've got to try to match him up with certain guys that he matches up well against. But right there, pretty good piece of hitting right there.
There's veteran catcher Reese McGuire. Saw him with the White Sox a bit last year, 89 games. Also with Boston, traded to the Red Sox for reliever Jake Diekman last year. And behind a strike call, 0-1. The Red Sox primary catcher was Christian Vasquez, now a Twin. He was dealt to Houston. Stretch of the 0-1, change of pace low. And a 1-ball, 1-strike count. Malley, good numbers against left-handed hitters. That's been a part of his success throughout his big league career. Last year, a sub-200 batting average, power numbers down.
A lot of it has to do with the off-speed pitch that he throws.
And the 1-1 doubled up on the change of pace. Danny, that time low, ball 2.
You know, when he does miss, and I think he's got movement on it down and away to the left-handed hitters. McGuire almost chased the one prior, and right, that one there more inside, but he's got downward movement on it. It's a great pitch for him.
About to throw his 31st pitch of the afternoon. Dalbec at second, nobody out, and the 2-1. Low in the dirt, kicks away from Jeffers. Dalbec to third, throw there is late. Some wild pitch, advancing Dalbec 90 feet to third. Read that well. Jeffers got a piece of it to his right. Infield at third. I'm sorry, runner at third. Infield back, nobody out, no score in the second. Twins will concede the run to get the out. Malley behind, McGuire 3-1. Nico Goodrum on deck. Stretch. And the pitch, swing and a miss, high fastball. Empty cut at 93.
little gamesmanship right now. And that Dahlbeck at third base, they just now brought the Twins third baseman Bucktold a little bit closer to third, but Dahlbeck getting a big lead. He's dancing off there, trying to get Mahle to step off.
3-2 line to center field. A base hit, and the Red Sox scored the game's first run. It's a fastball at 93, and McGuire shot it up the middle. So the Red Sox lead 1-0 on the 6th RBI of the spring for Reese McGuire. So the double and the wild pitch. Dahlbeck to third. 3-2 count, and McGuire knocks in the Red Sox first run. And now Niko Goodrum. Non-roster invite here in camp. Twins' second-round pick in 2010. Was with Houston last year. A little bit, swings and sends one high and deep to center. And playable for Taylor, fighting the sun, drifting back and makes the catch near the warning track in right center for the out. Tagging on to second. Good running there from McGuire's in safely. So Goodrum hit it hard. Taylor made a fine play in deep right center. The wind will help a bit out to right center today. Has a base running by the Red Sox catcher, advancing 90 feet.
We saw that Dahlbeck advancing over to third on a ball just to kicked away a few feet from Jeffers, and right there, knowing the ball is going to be caught in the ballpark, that's a heads-up play.
And now David Hamilton, as he bats and hits it foul near home plate. 0-1. Hamilton, if he reaches today, keep an eye on him. At Double-A Portland last year, he stole 70 bases. 70 at Double-A last year. He's 25 years old. 1-0 Boston, top two. And the 0-1 pitch, line drive, right center field. That will land a base hit and score the second run. McGuire heads home. He is in. Hamilton with an RBI single. 2-0 Boston. So again, the 90 feet, the tag there from McGuire on that fly ball of Goodrum's bat leads to a run. Good base running by the Red Sox today.
Outstanding. And also Pete Mackey's going to come out and talk with him. That's a changeup. Left it up a little bit too much. And you're talking about Hamilton over there with the 70 stolen bases. Only caught 8 times. I'm curious to see how, when you have a speed guy like that, and maybe Mackey is talking with Mahle right now and just kind of going over some mechanics and give him a little bit of a breather right now. But also maybe just a reminder about who's over there at first base.
And also the engagements now, Danny, the disengagements, how often you can throw over. Again, only 3 are allowed per plate appearance, and that third time, if you throw over, you have to retire the runner. If not, it's a balk, and that runner automatically advances 90 feet. So second time through now. This Red Sox lineup on top 2-0. Greg Allen steps in. Left-handed batter. Hamilton stays, and the pitch is a strike. 91, a fastball from Tyler. Twins have activated their bullpen. A lefty is warming up. That is Cody Funderburk. As Mahle is closing in on 40 pitches today. Hamilton checked on by Mahle. There's number 1. And the runner's back in safely. Joey Gallo at first base today defensively, holding Hamilton on. As Allen at the plate waits for the 0-1. Runner leads. Runs, and the pitch is high. Throw to second base. Will skip into center field. Not close from Jeffers. Popping to his feet. Hamilton. He will make third safely. Poor throw there from Jeffers. Skipped it to the first base side of second. Unable to knock that ball down near the bag. The Twins infield. And then the ball found Taylor in center. And Hamilton popped up. No helmet. Made third rather easily. And at third, infield will stay back. Still 1 out. Twins down 2.
Kind of a poor throw there. That was way, way to the right of second base, and no chance for the defender to even get a glove on it.
Stolen base, E2 on the scoring there. Bechtold, though, comes in a bit now at third, playing off the line. And the 1-1 down and inside. And that's ball 2. Now, Ryan Jeffers doesn't hide the fact that that's a part of his game, Danny, that he worked on this offseason, has to improve upon his throwing ability. There's the 2-1 pitch, a high fly ball to right, hit deep but foul. Out of play down the right field line. 2-2.
Well, I think that you talk to any ball player, there's some part of the game that they need to work on. If it's hitting, if it's fielding, if it's throwing, if it's blocking balls, I think that there's always something you can do to improve. And with Jeffers, I guess that is part of it.
2-2 down and inside. Really clipped the foot. Right foot, front right foot of Allen. And ball 3. Just watching the Red Sox run the bases here this half inning. They have run the bases exceptionally well. It's led to runs. And that's a part of the game the Twins as a team have to improve upon. That was not a strength at all for the team last year. One of the worst base running teams in the game last year. Twins down 2. Top 2. 2-2 inside. I'm sorry, I think that was a 3-2 count. It was. That's ball 4. And here comes Rocco Baldelli as that will end the day for Tyler Mahle at 42 pitches. So a 1-out walk to Allen, and the Red Sox have 2 in with 2 on and only 1 out, and Mahle's day is over here in Fort Myers. It'll be the lefty Funderburk coming in when we come back. Red Sox batting 2 in, 2 on, 1 out. Twins down 2-zip. This is Twins baseball. Beautiful day here in Southern Twins territory. Fort Myers, 81 degrees. It's around 10-15 miles an hour for now. The Red Sox on top of the Twins 2-0, still batting in a lengthy second. Tyler Mahle's day is over, and on to pitch now is left-hander Cody Funderburk. 6'4", 230, 26 years old, 15th round selection by the Twins in 2018, coming off a good season at Double-A Wichita last year, a 2.94 ERA. At Double-A a year ago. There's number 93. Long dark hair flowing freely beneath his navy blue look Twins cap. Red Sox batting 2 in, 2 on. First and third, 1 out. And the pitch to Casas. Lefty-lefty matchup. And a breaking ball stays low, ball 1. Casas singled his first time up. He's 23 years old. And the 1-0 pitch is down and away. At 91, now a 2-ball, no strikeouts. Here are 2 guys meeting here in Funderburk and Casas. Both taken in the same draft, 2018. Funderburk, 15th round pick. Casas, first round selection. 2-0, strike called, outside corner at 90. And now 2-1.
Red Sox good speed on the bases right now, and watching the lead at first base there.
2-1 pitch, a high fly ball, playable left center shallow. Garlick racing in, and shallow left center makes the catch. Hamilton will tag and hold at third. The throw comes in, cut off near the mound. So Casas flies out to shallow left. Garlick caught it, quickly got it back in. Hit the cutoff man by doing that, keeping Allen, the trail runner, Danny, at first base.
Yeah, that was key right there, but good play there by Garlick and getting in position to make that strong throw.
So 2 outs. Here comes Adam Duvall. Duvall struck out looking in the opening inning. Hamilton at third. Allen runs from first, pitches inside, missed ball 1, no throw down to second base as Allen advances 90 feet. Red Sox have stolen 2 bases this inning. Lefty to righty, top 2. And the 1-0 is a strike at the inside corner. Adam Duvall, veteran, 34 years old. Facing Funderburk. And the 1-1 pitch rolled foul. Twins dugout left side. That'll get a few guys off that railing. And it's 1-2. pitch popped up, foul behind the plate. And no chance for Jeffers. That ball travels out of play. Red Sox, the red tops today. Red Sox on the front. Gray pants. Piping down the sides. Twins have the new look home whites. Twins script on the front in red. Numbers beneath the Twins script in blue. Funderburk red cleats. And the 1-2, a swing and a foul. Fastball. 92 went after him. Duvall slammed it off the screen. The career splits for Duvall. They're pretty comparable. Righties against lefties. OPS is slightly higher against lefties. And the 2-strike offering down it inside. Blocked by Jeffers. And saved a run there at 82. Keeping Hamilton at third base. This is the third of what will be 5 spring matchups between these two Fort Myers rivals. They play for the Chairman's Cup. And the 2-2 weekly foul on the ground near the on-deck area on the Red Sox side of the field. The Red Sox have won each of the first 2 head-to-head matchups, and with the win today would clinch another Chairman's Cup. The Red Sox have taken home the Chairman's Cup. It's a big deal down here, folks. It's a big parade and everything. The last 2 years. 2-2 pitch, flare to the air in front of second base. Here comes Solano charging, and that lands. No play. A run scores. You don't see that too often. Where that ball landed, jammed in the air, behind the mound, in front of second base. Solano came in, could not grab it. It's an RBI single for Duvall, and that scores the 3rd Red Sox run. Allen to third, first and third. Twins are now down 3.
That pop-up didn't even go but maybe 80 feet.
For Duvall, who's had a rough spring, he'll take any hit, any RBI that comes his way. It's only his 2nd hit of the spring. Drives in a 3rd Boston run. Strike called on Christian Arroyo. And the 0-1 is inside.
Yeah, you can't get enough of that Chairman's Cup that you hear around here.
Oh, man, it's a big deal, Danny.
When these two teams play against each other, like you said, the parade is always special. Cup is presented. I think it used to be called the Governor's Cup at one point.
The 1-1 pitch lined to short. That's going to hang up for Farmer. Makes the catch to end the inning. But the Red Sox scored 3 runs on 4 hits and leave 2. Twins have work to do. Bottom 2 coming up. Down 3-zip on your home for Twins baseball. Lefty-lefty matchup begins. The home second. Joey Gallo swings first pitch and pulls a ground ball foul. Twins are swinging early, often. Thus far against the 7-time All-Star Chris Sale. Gallo so far in the Grapefruit League, 5 hits, 13 at bats, a homer. He's knocked in 2. And the 0-1 breaking ball strike. Gallo at first base defensively, and hasn't played much first base on a somewhat regular basis in a long time. And the 0-2 sweeps away down 1. I'm sorry, 1 ball, 2 strikes now in Gallo. He played 35 games at first in 2018. He got in there just a little bit last year, but you see first base, Danny, being, you know, a somewhat, continued part of Gallo's season, continuous part.
And again, we talked about guys working on things, and he's working a lot over there at first base.
As he strikes out swinging here on a fastball at 93. Second strikeout for Sale, 1 out.
He's, you got to put the work in. I think Gallo's committed to that, just doing that. And watching him on the backfield today, they were taking a lot of ground balls, turning a lot of double plays, and he handles the position well. He's a smart ball player. And he's got the, don't forget, he won the Gold Glove in the outfield, so the glove's going to play over there at first base as well.
As Ryan Jeffers bats and takes high, ball 1. Now, speaking of first base, Derek Falvey was able to catch up with a few Twins reporters earlier today to give some health updates, and he did bring up Alex Kirilloff. And 1-0 to Jeffers. Tardy swing there. And 1 ball, 1 strike count of the Twins catcher. And Derek did mention regarding Kirilloff coming back from his wrist and forearm surgery that he is, quote, a little behind our schedule in terms of getting ready for opening day. And the 1-1 strike 2 swinging at 92.
Well, here's another one, Corey, that I watched on the minor league backside there taking ground balls. And he's one of the best defensive first basemen there are. And everything looked good in receiving the ball and throwing the ball. It's just a matter of, I think, behind in the at-bats.
Right, the swing. Swing foul out of play down the right field line. 3-0 Red Sox, bottom 2. And even though neither Jorge Polanco or Byron Buxton have yet to play in a game down here, Derek did mention that both are still tracking to being ready come opening day. 1-2, swing and a miss, and Jeffers strikes out. 79 off speed from Sale. 3 straight strikeouts. Well, there are 2 down here in the home second.
I think Polanco, Buxton a little bit different than Kirilloff. I think Kirilloff's going to need so many at-bats down here to spring training just to see where he is at and that everything is kind of healthy with him. Whereas I think you already know about Buxton. I think you already know about Polanco and their track record. And they need to get some at-bats as well.
As Kepler steps in and takes...
I talked to Buxton. He said he was here trying to eyeball it for like early this next week coming up.
Hopefully we get to see number 25 in the game down here soon. 3-0 Red Sox. And the 1-0 to Max. A swing and a foul out of play. Now Kepler against lefties last season did not get too many at-bats. Just over 100 at-bats. Over 240 against lefties, but not much power. Of his 9 home runs, only 1 against left-handed pitching. Sale off the third base side. And the 1-1 grounded foul up the first base line. And now it's 1-2. Plate umpire Brian O'Nora asking for a group of new baseballs. With that, the pitch clock did not start until the umpire was ready. Catcher ready. Max in the box. Pitch timer down to 8. Sale lets it go. And the 1-2 pitch, a high fly ball in the center, playable for Duvall. That red jersey squares the shoulders and grabs it near his left shoulder. And that's a 1-2-3 second for Sale. Third inning coming up. 3-0 Red Sox. This is Twins baseball. Spring training games and starters are allowed to come back out to begin a clean inning, and Tyler Mahle doing that as we start the third. His 43rd pitch of the day is a strike call. Then Rob Refsnyder, 3-0 Red Sox. Corey Danny, and now joined by Twins bench coach Jace Tingler from the third base dugout. Jace, thanks for the time.
Thanks for having me.
And the 0-1 from Mahle is a strike. And it's 0-2. What have you seen from Tyler so far today?
Oh, so far so good. Obviously, the pitch count got up there in the second inning, but the stuff's good. The fastball's coming out well. He's throwing some good splits, a couple good sliders, and really happy with not just Tyler, but so far into camp, just kind of the overall. Certainly the health of the pitchers, but we've got some guys that have really had really good off seasons, and it's been nice for them to kind of bring that off season into the game and kind of work on some new pitches. So it's been really good.
Refsnyder strikes out. 4th strikeout for Tyler. Fastball strike called on Bobby Dahlbeck. Twins are down 3-0. The starting pitching, though, Jace, wouldn't you say has been a strength so far down here?
100%. You know, it's fun showing up to the ballpark, and each of these games that we play, we're sending some really good starting pitching out there. And then as the game gets going, been super impressed with our bullpen arms as well. So it's been a lot of fun to watch. I think it's a challenge, you know, with what do we got, 18, 19 games to go to opening day, is staying disciplined to each guy's kind of individual plan and having the slow buildup that Pete and the pitching guys have built.
And the 2-1 to Dahlbeck is outside ball 3. 3-0 Red Sox. Boston batting top 3. Staying with the pitching theme, Jace, for a moment here. In terms of this current group of arms that you have, and everybody being healthy, the 5 starters that project to be on the opening day roster, the 3-1 check swing tied him up 3-2. Do you see the staff this year, and I know it's Rocco's call when it's all said and done, but being given the option more to pitch deeper into games than we saw a year ago?
Yeah, I think that's absolutely the goal, and we think that we've got the guys to do it. We think we've had the off seasons, the arm care, the throwing programs. That's absolutely the goal. We feel that it's a strength of the team, and as these guys get going, that's fully what we expect to see, especially as the summer starts to heat up.
3-2 count on Bobby Dahlbeck. 3-0 Red Sox in the third. And the pitch hit weakly on the ground to third. On the charge, Bechtold. He'll barehand throw and late. Yeah, Bechtold's made that play a few times. Did everything right. But Dahlbeck beat it out. He is 2 for 2. It's a 1-out single. Danny, go ahead.
Hey, Jay, staying with the pitching here, you talk about the starters stay healthy, go deeper into ball games. Doesn't that complement now your already real good bullpen?
100%. You know, when you're able to do that, you're able to eat up innings, not just throughout the game, but that adds up throughout the week, the month.
And that was a problem last year with the Twin starters.
I think that's fair. I think that's fair. And then all of a sudden, some of the guys that you're relying on throughout the season to kind of be pitching meaningful innings late in the game when you have the lead or games are tight, you know, you're starting to take a little bit of a workload off those guys.
Beautiful bunt laid down by McGuire. That's going to be a hit.
And so, you know, anyway, the more quality innings we're getting from our starting pitching, that takes a workload off of you know, just some heavy lifting that the bullpen probably had to do last year, and we get to throw them in the appropriate innings, and hopefully they're fresh, they're throwing crisp and throwing the ball the way they're capable of throwing the baseball.
You know, have you guys had many discussions with the pitchers as a group about the pitch clock right here? Malley was just charged with a strike because of the time clock here. Are you guys, is that kind of something that's on the front burner for you guys?
Yeah, it absolutely is. We went over it in spring training, and then I don't know if you're aware, as these games keep going, Major League Baseball, and probably rightfully so, they're making some tweaks to it. So they sent out a memo a couple days ago, and there's a couple rules that continue to change a little bit. But you know what? So far, our guys, I think the league has adapted extremely well. And once the league kind of sends those memos, we get clarity.
Goodrum in the air to left field, playable. Garlick comes in, makes the catch near the warning track, and fires it back into third.
Yeah, and
can you share what the memo might have been, or what are some of the tweaks with the, is it with the pitch clock?
Yeah, so for one, we ran into an incident yesterday where the pitcher can't come set without the hitter's eyes being engaged. And so that's one we ran into yesterday. That was on the memo. And so, you know, I think as the league is going around, they're making some minor tweaks with the rules because the one thing we know, guys are going to stretch the line, if you will. And so, you know, right now we've got no issue. Call it how you're going to call it in season. And as a staff of coaches and as a staff of, you know, our full team, we're going to adjust and we'll be ready to go.
The 0-1 to Hamilton, misses low and inside. Jose Bravo, right-hander, warming up in the bullpen. Malley's at 58 pitches right now, Jace. Was 60 about the limit today?
That's kind of the sweet spot we were looking for. So, well, hopefully we can get this out here and finish up.
Swinging a foul back off the net. It's 1-2. 3-0 Red Sox. Boston batting 2 on 2 out.
Anything with Carlos Correa? We talked to Carlos the other day about the infielders. Can they be on the grass, and then as the pitcher starts to warm up, step then on the dirt, or do they have to start on the dirt?
You know, right now it is when the pitcher starts the delivery to on the dirt. Now, will we see anything change? I don't know, but right now we have to be on the dirt by the time the pitcher starts his delivery.
1-2, a swing and a pop fly. Back of third, going out is Bechtold. Dirt to grass. He'll make the catch, and that is out number 3. Hey, Jace, thanks for the time. Appreciate it.
Thanks for having me. See you guys.
We thank bench coach Jace Tingler for his insight as Malley's day is over. Most likely, Strands 2, Red Sox don't score. Bottom 3 coming up. 3-0 Boston. This is Twins baseball. Bottom 3 from Fort Myers. Red Sox 3, Twins nothing. Michael A. Taylor leads off, and Chris Sale throwing the ball well here so far today. Pumps in a fastball at 93. Strike taken by the Twin center fielder Michael A. Taylor. 4 for 14 so far here in camp, and the 0-1 took something off. 83, strike 2. Bechtold on deck, and then Kyle Garlick due up third. Now time called by Taylor, so you get one timeout. Danny, each batter gets one timeout per plate appearance.
And quickly, I think we're seeing it more and more when they get in that 0-2 count, feel rushed a little bit.
And Sale's 0-2 up and inside.
Hey, you were talking about Chris Sale, about his last year, limited playing time last year, and he was coming back late in the season. I want to say he took a ground ball back off the bat and broke some fingers, and therefore that kind of took him out for the rest of the year.
He had a rib injury in camp last year, kept him out a while. Then it was a left. He fractured his left pinky on a line drive that was hit by Aaron Hicks, and he missed time with that. And the 2-2 pitch as Taylor sends it foul. Then he had a third issue with being healthy, and he suffered a bicycle accident and broke his right wrist, and that happened in August. And so for Sale, only 2 games last year, and he was just coming back from Tommy John the year before. This is the first time he's been healthy since around 2019. And the 2-2, strike 3 called, and Taylor knew it. And Sale already 4 strikeouts. He's allowed no runs on a hit. And Taylor is out number 1. Hey, there is one regular season game that always feels differently, and that is the home opener. It'll be great to be back at Target Field as the Twins will host the defending champion Houston Astros on April 6th. And the first 20,000 fans through those beautiful gates receive an opening day TC hat presented by your local Northland Ford dealers. Get your tickets now at twins.com/tickets. Ground ball to third, played by Goodrum. And there are 2 down. Here is Garlick. Bounced out to third to begin the game. And Garlick, this is his first action of the spring. He was away from the team due to a personal family matter. And good to see Kyle back. He was on the IL 4 different times last year. Had a calf injury, a hamstring injury, a rib problem, hurt his wrist late. And when he was out there, he did well. His statistical skill is left-handed pitching and does well. Posted an OPS over 800 against left-handed pitching. Hit 9 home runs. 6 of those 9 came against lefties. He was taken off the roster in January when Carlos Correa signed his deal. And now it's a 1-2 count as Garlick was not in the batter's box per the time rules. So now Sale misses low on a 2-2 count. Batter must be in the box and ready with 8 seconds.
He was in the box. You have to, and Tingler talked about it, you have to engage that pitcher. Your eyes have to be out toward the mound.
2-2, swing and a miss on a high fastball, and down goes Garlick. Sale with 5 strikeouts has a 1-2-3 third after 3-0 Boston. This is Twins baseball.
Bally Sports.
Brought to you by your select Heartland Chevy dealers. Log on to ChevyDealOnline.com to find a dealer near you. 4th inning, new pitcher for the Twins. Twins are down 3-0. Here's the Cupertino Kid.
Thank you, Corey. Good afternoon, everybody. Santana Dennis is the pitcher on the mound. First pitch swinging is Greg Allen. Skies it to Kepler in right field. Kep drifted around a little bit, finally camps under it and puts that one away. A lot of guys coming out swinging the bats early. We've kind of seen that kind of a theme all of spring training so far. So 1 out. Batter's going to be Tristan Casas. 1 for 2. And it's going to depend, I think, on how well he hits left-handers this year, if he's going to get the majority of the playing time over there at first base. But he is going to be a superstar player. Good power, all fields, big kid, and also pretty good with the glove over there at first base. So I think that if he can do the matchups well against left-handed pitching, Dahlbeck might be out of a job. Fly ball, shallow center. Taylor coming on. It's the shortstop. Farmer out, and Farmer calls and catches. Nice play.
Yeah, it was nice communication there. Taylor coming in, Farmer going out. 2 veterans and no real panic about a possible collision, as Taylor could see Farmer had a good beat on that, peeled away, just kind of stopped his momentum coming in and letting Kyle make that play.
Yeah, both those guys, as Farmer left the dirt to go to the outfield, he took a peek out to see where Taylor was, saw that he was kind of not going to get there. Taylor also took his eyes off the ball to pick up the infielder and realized, and sometimes the communication would be, rather than, I got it, take it. letting Farmer know that you can go ahead and come out. I've pulled up. Pitch outside, a low ball one. Here's Adam Duvall, single RBI on a little swinging bunt. He's the one that I think hit that blooper over the pitcher's mound. Picked up an RBI. They lead 3-0 on 8 hits. And Santana picked up on a waiver claim from the Atlanta Braves this spring. Pitch in there for a called strike. Good breaking ball there. And here's a guy that's going to be, he's on the roster. His stuff will play out of the bullpen. Veteran, Texas Rangers a couple of years. And a pitch. And strike, doubled up with the breaking ball.
And for Dennis, it's not about velo, it's about command. Over his big league career with the Dodgers, Rangers, he's walked almost 5 batters per 9. Too many.
That's a lot. As I'm set up here, 1-2 or 2-2. And foul back. Let's step out 10 seconds. Allow our stations to identify themselves. You're listening to Twins Baseball. Two down, bases empty here, top half of the 4th, 3-0 Boston early. And Santana delivers, swung on a miss, chased a slider outside. Nice pitch. Santana, very effective. Top half of the 4th inning. 3-0 Boston. We'll be back on your home for Twins Baseball. Kenley Jensen on for the Boston Red Sox. Right over the top, first pitch to Jose Miranda inside, spins him off the plate. Kenley, just his second appearance here. Big addition here for the Boston Red Sox. Close it out at the back end of their bullpen. And right back there, ball's hit down the left field line, hit fairly high and fairly far into the corner, and it's going to be caught on the warning track. With the wind blowing a little bit left to right, left field to center field, kind of pushed it back and kept it in fair territory. Nice play by Greg Allen out there in left field. So 1 out as Chris Sale, 3 innings. Gave up 1 hit, no runs, had 5 strikeouts, didn't walk anybody. There's Donovan Solano to bat as Jensen pounds in a fastball. He's lost some velo, but still being very effective last year with Atlanta. 41 saves last year, so. And fouled back on a breaking ball. Understand that he was maybe one of those guys that had to change his delivery a little bit as to, he's still a little bit of a Johnny Cueto in how he rotates, lifts his leg up a little bit, and then brings it back down and sets. And a pitch swung on and missed as Solano strikes out on a high fastball. Here's Kyle Farmer to bat.
Jensen, he got a 2-year deal, Kenley Jansen.
Well, they've had problems in the back end there. There's a breaking ball, drops in there for a strike. Two down, bases empty, 3-0 here in the bottom half of the 4th inning on a gorgeous afternoon. Righty delivers up and in. Right about it. If you wore a bow tie, it's kind of right about the area it went at. And here's where, not sure if he's calling timeout or not, but for some, getting a little extra time right now is. I see him that close inside, but he got out of the way. And a 1-1 pitch swung on and missed. Well, the Red Sox, if their starters stay healthy, they're going to score some runs, no question. And a swing and a miss. Boy, that was nasty at 94. So 3 up, 3 down. Jensen, a couple of strikeouts through 4. And it's 3-0 Boston on your home for Twins Baseball. Cole Sands on the mound for Minnesota right now as Christian Arroyo batter fouls first pitch off right there at home plate. Cole Sands has a birthday in July. So far, spring training, this is his 4th ball game. Just 4 innings as the right-hander delivers. That one misses inside and tight.
July 17th, so 10 days
off.
10 days. Otherwise,
he's in the club.
In the club.
Ground ball right side, base hit. Solid hit there. Solano shading a little bit more up the middle. That was a base hit. Solid knock. There's 9 hits so far for Boston.
Big story down here. Speaking of July birthdays, the Hammer family expecting baby number 5. Due date July 6th.
We can change that. We got control over that, Hammer. You want in that club. You'll wait a day. Refsnyder, a couple strikeouts, swings and misses. Now 0 for 15 for Grapefruit League action, and Refsnyder trying to make this ball club as an extra outfielder. Runner at first, nobody out. Arroyo, good lead. And there's a pop-up shallow center field. Taylor in, and here comes Kepler. Kepler's going to call everybody off and make the play. 1 out, and in on his hands.
Oh, Cole Sands, Danny, we got a chance to see him pitch just a little bit last year as he made his big league debut. He'll provide some length. Most likely the starting staff for the St. Paul Saints. Although there is, I think maybe a long relief spot to be had in the Twins bullpen here in camp. He had 13 starts with the Saints last year, 19 games overall at AAA.
ERA a little bit high, but at the same time does have options. And one thing that the Twins are looking for out of the bullpen, and this pitch is high, throw back to first, no chance to get Arroyo at first base, and that is they're looking for a long guy. They're looking for somebody that can give them 3 or 4 innings out of the bullpen. If something would happen, somebody gets roughed up. We saw a little bit of it last year. And again, they're talking about that revolving door for that long guy. Another throw over and dives back safely. And Cole Sands might fit that right. Description right there.
Right. And Sands, he came here to Fort Myers to begin his preparation for 2023. He was a part of what the Twins call Velocity Camp here in January on the minor league side.
Long pause at the belt, delivers, swung on a miss. Good little cutter slider right there at 87.
Added a sinker a little bit last year to go with his 4-seam fastball, and early on at camp, some of his side bullpen sessions had his velocity up to 95.
Well, the velo's there, and that slider right there was a pretty good pitch. There's a breaking ball, just missed inside.
You look at the splits on Sands, almost reverse splits in that he struggled more with righties than lefties last year, facing a right-handed batter now in Dahlbeck.
Dahlbeck 2 balls and 2 strikes. Good power. And a swing and a miss. Good off speed. Picks up a big strikeout. And 2 down, it'll be Reese McGuire. McGuire had a bunt base hit. He has 2 hits. Drove in a run. Delivers up and away, ball 1. Arroyo can run pretty good over there at first base. It's a pretty good lead right now as Sands at the belt, long pause, and now throws over. So now 2 disengagements. So if he throws over again, he's going to have to pick him off. And here's where some of the managers are looking at the strategy. Now I can get that big lead, and when the clock ticks down, I can go ahead and leave early. Not running, and the pitch is high and away. Good pitch if he was for Jeffers up and away to be able to receive that and throw down to second.
Yeah, that looked almost like a
pitch out.
Like pitch out right there to give Jeffers a chance if Arroyo was running. He was not.
But just watching Arroyo, he's twitching out there like he wants to go. He just can't get the timing down. 2 balls, 2 strikes. There he goes. And a pitch hit into left center field fairly well, but it'll be caught by Michael Taylor. And squeeze it, puts it away. 1 hit, 1 runner left through 4.5. Boston's up 3-0 on your home for Twins baseball. Back at Lee County Sports Complex, Boston up 3-0 here in the bottom half of the 5th inning. It'll be Joey Gallo, Ryan Jeffers, Max Kepler. Hitters 5, 6, and 7. Kenley Jensen still back out there. Big curveball to Joey Gallo. That is ball 1. Gallo at first base today, struck out swinging his first time up. Having a pretty good camp as a homer, couple driven in. As Jensen delivers. That one's hit high in the air, left field area. Third baseman, shortstop. Now it's going to be the shortstop. Going to drift over. And he puts that one away. Kyle Garlick joins us down in the dugout. Hey, welcome back, and take us through your first at bat, because it didn't last very long.
No, yeah, thanks, guys. Yeah, no, I was just looking for fastball, you know, somewhere over the plate. He threw me. I was looking more 4-seam. Kind of surprised me a little bit with the 2-seam. I was a little out in front of that, but you know, it was a good pitch to hit. Just wasn't my ace swing.
Here's Jeffers, takes it in there for a strike. How you feel physically though right now? You ready to go?
Ready to go, yeah, 100%. You know, battling a couple injuries at the end of the year, but yeah, nice off season. Get back 100% healthy.
Jeffers went down swinging his first time up. There's a swing and a miss.
Hey, Kyle, it's Corey. Welcome back. Good to have you on here. And during your second at bat today, it looked like you got rung up for a pitch time violation. Was that right?
Yes, that was correct.
What happened there?
Well, yeah, my first day back, I'm not really used to the pitch clock. I was doing my normal routine, took a step out, took a breath, and before I could even step back in the box, he was calling a strike on me. So I think I need to kind of change my routine a little bit.
So was it because you stepped out after getting into the box? Could you have not then at that time called timeout?
I wasn't paying attention to the clock. I thought I had plenty of time. I think it was just I wasn't ready to hit. I guess that's the rules at 9 or 8 seconds. I got to verify that. But yeah, so got that strike call, kind of changed the at bat a little bit.
Yeah, we saw with Christian Vasquez. He took 2 strikes at Northport. Strike 2, and then he got in the batter's box and somehow disengaged again, and the umpire called him out. So he got a strikeout, got 2 strikes with the pitcher not even throwing a pitch.
Yeah, it just seemed, I don't know, it just seemed a little inconsistent from.
Ooh. Fly ball deep right field, well hit, traveling, and that ball's out of here.
Nice. Yeah, nice.
Got up in the wind there as Jeffers picks up his second home run. Twins are on the board. Trail 3-1. Play the elements, right?
Yeah, absolutely. The wind blowing out to right field, and watching Refsnyder drift back on that ball. And Kyle, as an outfielder yourself, you think you see it, you have a beat on it, but then Mother Nature takes over.
You got to love these good wind days. Little jet stream out to right. Yeah, got to love that.
Well, we're going to have a pitching change here. All right, we'll just leave it here as Kenley Jensen's going to depart here. But how frustrating was your season last year? Because there were spurts of Kyle Garlick playing like we are used to seeing you play.
Sorry, say that again.
How frustrating was it? We saw Kyle Garlick with the injuries last year. We saw spurts of your talent. And then all of a sudden the injuries kind of sidetracked you.
Yeah, it was really frustrating. Just a couple injuries that might have been a little avoidable with the calf and the hamstring. But, yeah, then the rib and the hand injury towards the end of the year kind of out for a bit longer. That's my main goal this year, just to try to stay healthy and stay on the field and, you know, try to showcase what I can do.
You know, your roster spot came into play when Carlos Correa re-signed his deal. So as you were kind of pondering where you're at in your career, it's great that Correa's coming back. When that transaction happened, did you think this might come at the expense of my spot on the 40-man roster?
Yeah, you never know what's going to happen. You know, I was stoked when Carlos was coming back. You know, he's a huge part of our team. You know, it's not easy. It hurts a little bit to get a DFA. You know, you want to stay in the roster, but I'm happy I'm back, and I'm just going to keep grinding. Hopefully I get another chance this year to get called up at some point and, you know, just come back, help the team win.
Are you going to do anything different? You talked about health, and are you doing anything different in your preparation or any of your side work that hopefully is going to, you know, we've heard guys, you know, do different programs, even incorporate different diets. But are you doing anything different to try to stay on the field?
Yeah, I'm really trying to be more conscious of the volume of work that I do and just make sure I'm on top of all my prep work. And diet is another big one as well. I feel like as I get older, you know, you can't be eating cheeseburgers every night and having a beer. So, you know, that's another thing that you just got to be conscious about. So I feel like I'm in a good routine right now, and you just got to stay consistent with it throughout the year.
So more turkey burgers now? Is that where you're going here?
Yeah, a lot more just steak and rice, salmon and rice.
There you go.
It's boring, but it's, yeah.
Well, here's Kepler. He's not boring. He's having a pretty good camp. Takes it outside. New left-hander Brendan Salucci. He's on the mound right now, so Jensen done. But Kep, he's a guy that, like you, like a lot of the guys, had some injuries last year that kept him in that training room. And a pitch on the way, and that's in there for a strike.
Yeah, it seems like that's been a common theme with the team. I know if we can stay healthy throughout the year, I think it really have a chance at a playoff push.
Yeah, you've got to like the makeup of the ball club right now, and especially on the starting staff. Saw it with Malley here today, breaking ball outside. But you got to like the pitching staff and how well that their name guys and how well they pitched so far early.
No, yeah, I feel like we have a lot of depth. You look at our starting five, and then also, you know, 6, 7, and 8 all have, you know, a little experience in the big leagues with good stuff. So, you know, I'm excited, you know, to see what happens this year, and, you know, yeah, excited to get back out there.
Can you give us, Kyle, some player insight? Twins have a new trainer in Nick Paparesta. Well, what's different about Nick, and what's the dialogue like with the new trainer, you know, leading that room?
You know, it just seems like he's on top of everything. One thing that's a little bit different this year, you walk into the training room and it just has you know, everything mapped out for what people need to get done that day, whether you're hurt or not hurt. You know, just trying to, you know, get back on the field or stay on the field. So that's one thing I really like.
And are there like timed segments that you are doing this in this training room from, you know, from 9 to 9:15, then you get out? Does it work that way?
I think it's kind of on your own accord, but no, it's just nice to have a program that you can follow and, you know, somebody that you can trust as well.
Well, Michael A. Taylor with an RBI base hit after a balk called to the pitcher allowed Kepler to advance to second base. Scores on a base hit to center field. 3-2. Boston now.
And Kyle Garlick joining us as the good luck charm here for the offense. I mean, all of a sudden, Jeffers goes deep, and pitching change, a walk and a single. Twins are down a run.
A lot of game left here.
A lot of game left.
Are you enjoying the pace of the game? Have you noticed we had a 2-hour, well,
7-minute game the other day.
Kyle the other day, and there was no pitch clock.
Yeah, I do like how it does seem to be a little bit faster with the pace, but like I said earlier, still trying to get used to that pitch clock.
Here's Solano to bat, and he takes this one low. I'm sorry, this is Bechtold batting. Taylor at first base. He can run fairly well. Doesn't have a lot of stolen base in his career. And there's a high strike call.
Did you play with Andrew at all last year? Did you guys ever cross paths in St. Paul?
Yeah, a couple of my rehab assignments. I think he had just gotten called up, so it was nice to see him make the jump from AA to AAA. Had a pretty good season last year. Kid with a lot of power, too. I'm excited to see what he can do this year as well.
Ground ball to shortstop. He'll go to second, back to first. Nice double play turn by the Boston Red Sox. Kyle, appreciate your time.
Thanks, Kyle.
Stay healthy.
Thank you. I appreciate it, guys.
All right, guys. Twins scored 2 here in the bottom half of the 5th inning and 1 down. They trail 3-2 on your home for Twins baseball. Hey, Nico Goodrum leads off for the Boston Red Sox, top of the 6th. Little breaking ball missed outside. Goodrum came up with the Minnesota Twins, and really he got his opportunity in the big leagues when Ron Gardner was the manager for the Detroit Tigers and picked him up. and played him because Gardy had known Goodrum through the Twin system and knew he had a good player there, and very appreciative of Gardy giving him that opportunity because he had some good years with Detroit. And a pitch down and in, 2 balls and 1 strike, and a dance out of the way.
And did his best against his former organization. I mean, Niko Goodrum there for a year or two with the Tigers. He saved his best moments offensively against the Twins.
Leads off here in the top of the 6th. And a swing and a miss. Good fastball there by right-hander Cole Sands, second inning of relief. And again, Sands is a guy that most likely is going to be a starter somewhere and be stretched out. Again, he could be the long guy out of the bullpen. Changeup missed. Down and in, and now 3 balls and 2 strikes.
At third base, the Red Sox everyday third baseman will be Rafael Devers. He is with the Dominican team, the WBC.
Ground ball, crisply hit. Nice play. Farmer to his right, comes up, and on target throw. Nice play there. Get to see Farmer at short. Flashing some leather. Hit the ball hard, but 1 out. Hey, Target Field is a top choice for your celebrating birthdays, anniversaries, celebrations of any kind. Schedule a special event and a fully catered Target Field hospitality suite for groups of 16 to more than 250. Learn more at twins.com/suites or text suites to 51655. Swing and bunt out front, and a throw not in time, safe. So there's Hamilton. He's singled back in that 3-run second and then quickly stole second.
And there was the speed on display. Talked about that. Second time Hamilton has reached.
And he'll be looking to run again. Talked about his minor league numbers. He goes, pitch is taken, throw down to second, and not in time. So Jeffers had a good pitch to handle that time. And the throw down to second, it was on target. It short hopped. Farmer at second.
A better throw this time from Jeffers, though. Better throw, 1 hop, tough to handle, though, there for Farmer. But again, Hamilton, that's a part of his game. 70 stolen bases for Hamilton at AA last year. And don't rule out third here.
Yeah. Dances off as the pitch misses outside. You know, you talk about a tough play for Farmer to handle. It was short hopped him. And I'm a firm believer that as an outfielder, when I throw the ball in, and if I airmail it and miss the cutoff, man, that's bad on me. But if I throw a ball in and it 1 or 2 hops the infielder and he misses it, that's what they do every day is they work on ground balls. So we were always taught, you know, throw them a ground ball then. They should be able to handle that. And right there, kind of a, you know, you're trying to field a short hop and at the same time put a quick tag on them. And that combination right there, that didn't work. And there's a pitch up and away and a walk to Allen. And now they got speed first and second. And Corey, here's where the double steal comes into play.
And Jeffers certainly aware of the possibilities here for the Red Sox. Not to mention Sands, he has to lock in on a good young hitter.
And Farmer creeping behind second base here a little bit, trying to shorten his lead up at second.
But Allen's eyes right now, they're all on second base, not even looking at Cole Sands.
There he goes. They run. Pitch is taken. Throw down to third. Not in time. You know, that's where I think that we are kind of aware of it up here. You know who the individuals are out on the bases. The pitchers have to know that too. The catcher has to know that. Your manager has to know that. So just a kind of a communication, a reminder is the Twins are going to play the infield in. Casas swings and misses. He took the first pitch. It was, again, I think a good pitch to handle. And it's 0-2. It was a strike with a left-hander. Jeffers isn't hindered to come up out of his crouch to make the throw. And a swing and a miss. Nice pitch there. It chased a slider. That is a huge strikeout. Second for Cole Sands, and now the batter's going to be Adam Duvall.
The key there, got ahead of Casas. In a small sample last season, displayed power but also discipline. He would take his walk. But Sands was able to get ahead and finish him off with a breaking ball.
Sometimes you see different hitters when there's guys in scoring position with either no or 1 outs. They kind of change things, their approach. As Sands runs a sinker down and in. Ball 1 to Adam Duvall. Kind of limited to games last year. Hit 12, drove in 36. Pitch is hit. Duvall right in the back shoulder. That left arm, and he's going to get first base.
The Red Sox had a scare with one of their veteran players, Justin Turner, signed this offseason. Longtime Dodger. He got hit in the face in the spring game earlier in the week, required 16 stitches. And Turner was cleared to begin some work on the treadmill last couple of days. But the Red Sox still believe he'll be ready to go come opening day.
Yeah, 16 stitches, but most of those stitches were inside of his mouth. No broken bones. As a strike on the outside corner, Edison Paulino is the batter, batting for Christian Arroyo. Bases loaded, 2 down. 3-2 Minnesota, 10 hits on the board for the Red Sox. And that one catches the outside corner. There is strike 2.
And a pinch runner as well for Duvall at first base. That's 78, Cedar Rafaela. One of Boston's top prospects. He's now at first base.
And that one missed outside. Sands at 33 pitches and delivers. Swung on a miss. Good off-speed pitch. And pitches out of a jam there. Leaves him loaded. 1 hit batter, a walk. And we're going to the bottom of the 6th inning. Be the top of the order. It'd be the Garlic spot. Miranda Solano down 3-2 on your home for Twins baseball. Joely Rodriguez, new pitcher for the Boston Red Sox, left-hander, and the batter is going to be, I believe it's Yoner Fajardo. He bats lefty-lefty matchup, and the first pitch right down Broadway for a strike. Fajardo came on for Kyle Garlick. Had Garlick on, mic'd up down in the dugout, came on, spent some time with us, and he's ready to go. His first game back, and there's quickly strike 2. Miranda due up next, and there'll be Donovan Solano. It was just 3 hits, one of them a home run off the bat of Jeffers to right field. And the 0-2 pitch, that one kicks away in the dirt. And the pitch just missed outside. Evens it up, 2 balls and 2 strikes. A couple of changes, or I should say a lot of changes. Christian Ross, I believe, is the new shortstop. Christian Koss. And another one that kicks away. Now 3 balls and 2 strikes. Nick Sogard at third base. Said Tyler Dearden in left field. Edison Paulino came on as a pinch runner. He's at second. Corey Roser, there's a line drive down the left field line. That should go for extra bases. So a leadoff double. Well, he saw 5 pitches before he swung the bat and laced it the other way. So there's the tying run on at second base. And here's Miranda to bat. Miranda 0 for 2. Ground out and a fly out.
That's a nice adjustment there from Fajardo. Fell behind 0-2. Took a few pitches down to the dirt, did not offer, and shot that one down the left field line for a leadoff double.
See, Miranda just DH, and did watch him. He took a ton of ground balls over on the backfield, but was not throwing. Pitch down and in, ball 1. And that doesn't mean that he's not throwing. I believe he is throwing some light stuff right now, but
yeah, he's been cleared to do, like you said, Danny, a light throwing program.
Line down the left field line. That's the base hit. That's going to score Fajardo easily from second base. Miranda into second. A head first slide, and he's in there. RBI double. Twins have tied it up here in the bottom of the 6th inning. 3-3 on back-to-back doubles.
Where do you see Miranda batting, assuming the Twins have their full complement of hitters? And Miranda, if he's DHing or he's playing third or first, do you see him top 5, top 6?
I think so. I think he's one of those RBI guys. I think that he needs to be up more in the top part of the lineup. We know that Correa is going to be in the number 2 slot. So now it's a matter of you're going to run Kepler in that leadoff spot, depending on the matchup. Joey Gallo we've seen there. Solano 1 for 2, takes it in there for a strike.
I'm just not sure if Rocco, if he has all of his players ready to go, does he want to stack Byron and Correa together, 2 righties next to each other?
Fouled off right side. Talking to Rocco, he said that depending on, again, Corey, who that team has in the bullpen, but yes, he would like to, a lot of teams would like to be able to go right, left, right, left.
Right.
If they have that and where they're going to hit. But if Correa is going to hit 2, Buxton's going to most likely, he's going to be in the RBI spot as well. In either 3 and 4. This guy, Miranda, at second. 4 or 5 maybe, but then you've got Gallo. Pick up some RBIs. Where's Polanco going to play in the lineup? You're going to have some good players. I'm sorry, they're going to be hitting 7, 8, and 9. Ball to dirt. Nice block there by McGuire.
The downside, the danger too, if there is one, of batting Byron down a bit of the order is, then he won't necessarily always have, Danny, that 4th at bat,
that 5th at bat.
5th at bat.
Yeah, line drive into center field should be playable. Drifting back, Miranda's going to go back and tag up. Nice play there, recognizing that ball was hit deep enough for him to tag, advance it to third. People don't like the productive out, but see how Boston's going to play. They're almost forced now to have to play the infield in, which they will for Farmer. And here's a guy that handles the bat well. Safety squeeze. Much as we're seeing in spring training, there's a strike on the inside corner. It's a play that I think we saw Rocco run that a little bit late in the season last year. Fly ball right field, should be deep enough. Well hit. Back goes Refsnyder, jumps up, makes the catch at the warning track, and crashes into the fence. And the Twins, on a sac fly, have now taken a 4-3 lead.
Some good swings here against Joely Rodriguez. Big league time. Left-handed arm in the Red Sox bullpen. On the top of this lineup. Doing good work here to give the Twins the lead for the first time today.
Well, base is empty with 2 down. Here's lefty Joey Gallo. Big swing and a miss. Well, Rocco, you talk about a lineup. You could go ahead and pull it out of a hat if you want, but I'm with you. Buxton's got to get that 4th, that 5th at bat in the ball game. He's got to hit up there at 3 slot. Would you be comfortable with him leading off? Yes.
I would, yeah.
Absolutely. And then there you got your stack, Correa, Buxton, but that's not a big deal. And a pitch. Check swing, see if he went, did not, held up.
Now, Byron has talked about his relationship and the bond he has been building with Carlos Correa, and Carlos is very analytically driven. And Byron, in this great interview with MLB Network, was saying, it's really not been part of my game. I'm trying to get better with it and learn. Carlos, he's a believer in on-base percentage and getting on base with a walk.
Swung on a miss, but the Twins push 2 runs across here in the bottom of the 6th. And now lead. 4-3. We'll be back on your home for Twins baseball. Hey, there's a Twins season ticket plan for every schedule. Select from the flex plan or enjoy the same reserved seat location with a 20/40 or a full season plan. For more, text plans to 51655 or go to twins.com/season tickets. A couple of changes for the Minnesota Twins. Change here in the booth. Here's Corey Provis.
All right, Danny, thank you. Twins by 1. Let's start with the guy on the mound, right-hander Trevor McGill. Facing Rob Refsnyder. First pitch is sent foul. And that ball is out of play. It's an 0-1 count. McGill, this marks his 5th appearance of the spring. So far, 2 2/3, 6 runs. All 6 runs came in his first outing against the Phillies, but 3 scoreless appearances since. Spins breaking ball in. It's fouled off by Refsnyder. And now no balls and 2 strikes the count on Refsnyder. Twins by 1. Refsnyder today is 0 for 3, now 0 for 16. In Grapefruit League competition, McGill is on the roster, 29 years old, looking to win a job in the bullpen. And now the 0-2 pitch is strike 3 called on a slider. So Refsnyder strikes out for the 3rd time today. And that is out number 1. Jeffers set the target, down and away, and McGill hit his spot. Twins will make some other defensive changes here with the infield. We'll go first, second, and short here after this pitch to former Chicago White Sox Daniel Palka. And a first pitch fastball at 97 from McGill hits the outside corner for a strike.
And McGill's got the high velocity. No question about that.
Chris Williams is now at first base. And the 0-1 is outside. There's 98. Mentioned the velocity from McGill. That one just missed the corner. And now 1 ball, 1 strike count. New second baseman is Junior Severino. And now it's short. Former first-round pick is Noah Miller. And the 1-1 in the dirt. And that's ball 2. So Miller at short, Severino at second, Williams at first, and McGill on the mound. Trevor, 39 games with the Twins last year. And the 2-1 pitch, line to left field, shallow, fading, and down, a base hit. 3-hit day, or was a 3-hit day in that spot earlier. And now it's a 1-out single from Palka. Danny, go ahead.
Well, in this Fort Myers area, there's a vibrant islands and neighborhoods admired of outdoor activities and also delicious food, and of course our favorite, the craft beer. Start creating your own memories at visitfortmyers.com.
So much to do down here.
We're doing it.
And we are trying to do it all. Beautiful day for baseball here at the Lee County Sports Complex. Twins by 1, 4-3 in the 7th inning. Red Sox batting. Catcher McGuire chops one to the ground, right side. Twins have a chance at 2. Severino second one. Miller's return throw in time. That's a double play. Well turned. 4-6-3 inning ending double play as McGill sees the minimum in a scoreless 7. Bottom 7 coming up. Twins batting, leading by 1, 4-3. This is Twins baseball. Rendition of our 7th inning stretch by a 5-year-old. Great job getting this crowd into it on this lovely day. Twins on top 4-3 as the home 7th begins. Ryan Jeffers got the rally going with a home run off Kenley Jansen. In the 5th inning, out to right, 1 for 2 today. Joely Rodriguez still pitching. He allowed a couple of runs in the 6th. And last call for alcohol. Danny's least favorite sentence imaginable. It's just announced, and 1-1, change of pace outside ball 2.
That's for those guys.
No, not up here.
For the fans.
We are 24/7 up here, bro. Kepler on deck. Now the 2-1, swing and a miss, off speed again. Now 2-2 on Jeffers. This will be the likely last at bat for Jeffers, and Kepler on deck and Taylor to give them a 3rd at bat.
You know, not only 3 at bats, they're going to play 7 innings.
Yeah.
And I think that's huge to get the shape. You don't think much to get into shape, but you got to go in and out of your position. And Jeffers, of course, in and out, getting his catcher's gear on, catching 7 innings. That's all part of the conditioning program and getting ready for the season.
Jeffers catching quite a bit with Christian Vasquez away with the team, playing for Team Puerto Rico in the WBC. 3-2, swing and a miss, and down goes Jeffers. For strikeout for Rodriguez, 1 down, bottom 7. Here comes Max. Walking a run. He's flying out to center today. Swing and a miss. Max is now 30 years old. How about that? Is that old? No, it's just we've known this guy forever. And Max is now 30. And the 0-1 pitch, well stroked to right field. Indeed, this one down the line to the corner. That's going to be in play and bang off the wall. Max will make second base. Poor throw in from the right fielder. And Kepler with a good swing against a left-hander, doubles off the wall and right. And Max will come out. Pinch runner coming in. So Kepler on base twice. Ends his day on a positive note. Lucky Rosario is the pinch runner for Max. Well, Kepler here in camp has 6 hits. Now it's 17 at bats. He's only struck out once and walked 3 times. As the Red Sox are going to make a pitching change. So Rodriguez is out. New arm coming in. We'll take a break. Twins batting in the 7th. Have a man on, 1 out. Leading the Red Sox 4-3. We'll take a timeout. This is Twins baseball. Now pitching for the Red Sox. Non-roster invites. Big league time with the Cardinals and Rays. Left-hander Ryan Sheriff. As he is on to see Michael A. Taylor. This will be Michael's 3rd at bat and likely his last at bat of the day today. An RBI single and a strikeout for Taylor. Kalai Rosario runs at second base. Kepler doubled off the wall and right, ending his day. And now Taylor a chance to drive at his 2nd run today and his 3rd of the spring. Rosario leads at second. 1 out. 4-3 Twins. Breaking ball down and inside on Taylor. And that's ball 1. Change at catcher for the Red Sox. Ronaldo Hernandez is now catching, so Reese McGuire's day is over. Sheriff from the stretch. The leg kick and the 1-0 pitch. A swing and a ground ball foul off the foot of Taylor in the batter's box. And the count is even. Michael A. Taylor won a Gold Glove last year in center with the Royals. Acquired from Kansas City earlier this year. And the 1-1 is inside. A check swing did not go. Off speed from Sheriff, and that's ball 2. As Michael told us a couple of days ago, he joined us from the dugout. He was drafted as a shortstop. And with the help of Washington Nationals coordinator Tony Tarasco, began the transition to become an outfielder. Swing and a miss. And a 2-2 count. Rosario at second, 1 down. Twins lead 4-3, bottom 7. 2-2, strike 3 swinging. Beat him at 90 miles an hour. Second time Taylor has struck out today. Twins have struck out now 10 times. As an offense, Chris Sale was tremendous in his 2nd spring outing. Started for the Red Sox, 3 innings, no runs hit, fan 5. And now Andrew Bechtold, as he's tied up on a breaking ball, and that costs him a strike. Bechtold, 26 years old, was a 5th-round pick in 2017. Infielder, but began playing some catcher last season, has a strong arm. And he'll be in the mix to catch at AAA this season to start his year. And the 0-1 is outside. And it's a 1-ball, 1-strike count on Andrew Bechtold. Combined AA, AAA last year, hit 19 home runs. And the 1-1 pitch, a high fly ball into left field. Tyler Dearden going back, and the wind will knock it down near the warning track. He'll make the catch, and that's out number 3. Twins don't score, leave a man. 8th inning coming up. Twins 4, Boston 3. From Fort Myers, you're listening to Minnesota Twins baseball. McGill back out for the 8th inning as Nick Sogard, the nephew of former big leaguer Eric Sogard, steps into bat for the Red Sox. His first at bat today. Unlike his uncle, doesn't showcase those wonderful big specs that Eric showcased for a long time. Oakland A, later Milwaukee Brewer, but I remember Sogard well. Some good years with Oakland.
A good little grinder. He was a good little player. Had some good years there with Oakland.
4-3 Twins. McGill to Sogard. And the 1-1 is just low at 95. 2-ball, 1-strike count. Twins have a new catcher, new third baseman, new center fielder, new right fielder. We'll start with the catcher here momentarily. That will do it now. David Banuelos is now catching. His time is called. One timeout here, and it's granted to Sogard with a 2-1 count. Jake Rucker is now at third. We'll go center field, right field here momentarily. Now we're set to go. Twins by 1, and the 2-1 pitch. Breaking ball, strike. So 2-2. Make that 3-2 now on Sogard. McGill, fastball, curveball, slider. The slider became a pitch he added second half of last year. And the 3-2, swing and a miss, but there's the gas at 97. And Sogard strikes out. Second strikeout for McGill. Yeah, asking Trevor about that second half of last year. His curveball, as it comes out, it has a pretty good hump to it that hitters can recognize. So something else off speed, just to try and deceive the hitters a bit more. So incorporated his slider a little bit more in the second half of last year. One down. Here's Christian Koss as he waves and misses at a slider at 87. And that is strike one. 0-1 in the dirt. Let's step out. 10 seconds for station identification from Fort Myers. You're listening to Twins Baseball. Twins 4, Red Sox 3, 8th inning. The 1-1 bounce foul inside the Red Sox dugout. And a 1-2 count. Now in center field is Misael Urbina. '84, Urbina in center. And now time call, Banuelos. He's going to jog out and talk with McGill here.
It was down to like 3 seconds, so Banuelos saw that, and it's called timeout. Going to go talk to his pitcher, else he would have been charged with the ball. And also the batter, Koss, he kind of sprinted into the batter's box because he was a little bit late in getting there.
McGill on the rubber. Pitch timers at 9. All parties are set. Twins by 1, 8th inning. And the 1-2 is swinging a foul back. One and 2. After Kepler doubled, he came out of the game for pinch runner Lee Rosario, and Rosario is now also in right. And the 1-2 pitch is a slider high. Twins scored 2 in the 5th, 2 more in the 6th to take the lead. Red Sox opened up a 3-0 lead, scored all 3 runs in the 2nd. Nothing since. And the 2-2 check swing, breaking ball. Did he go on appeal? Did not. It's a slider. And now McGill steps off. Kicks away. And some excess clay. Pitch timers down to 3, down to 2, down to 1. Just got it off in time. A swing and a foul back at 99. As As Brian O'Nora, home plate umpire, requests 5 more baseballs. Stuff into his bag. Outfield shade here. Urbina plays more in right center against Cos. Once again, the 3-2 pitch. He struck him out swinging with a slider. And Rocco Baldelli is going to make a pitching change. McGill, 21 pitches, 3 strikeouts, and his day will end an inning and 2/3 of work. And the Twins will go to their bullpen here to finish up this 8th inning. High fives, McGill to his teammates on the mound, and the California native does a good job as he departs here. A scoreless day for McGill. Talk about the new arm when we come back. Red Sox batting 2 down, 8th inning. Twins 4, Boston 3. This is Twins baseball. 4-3 Twins, 2 down, 8th inning. Red Sox batting, and Cody Lawyerson, a non-roster invitee, is on to work here to try to finish off the Red Sox in the 8th inning. Yeah, Lawyerson, he put together one of the best years in the Twins organization last year. Despite not having an overpowering fastball between Cedar Rapids and AA Wichita, this guy posted a 31% strikeout rate. Fantastic. And a really good ERA. ERA just over 1 in 19 games at Wichita. And Lawyerson, a right-hander. 6'4", 212 is on to pitch. And the batter for the Red Sox is left fielder Tyler Dearden. Swings, pops up first pitch, left field line. Wind may push it back, and in fair territory it does. And that's caught by Fajardo to end the inning. Red Sox don't score, leave none. Bottom 8 coming up. Twins 4, Boston 3 on your home for Twins baseball. 4-3 Twins, bottom of the 8th inning. On to pitch for the Red Sox, right-hander John Schreiber, key arm in the Red Sox bullpen. Put together a great season, slider, four-seam fastball, and just a consistent strike thrower. Struck out 10 batters per 9. He only walked 19 men all year in 65 innings. And he throws mid-90s, fastball, slider, 2 dominant pitches, and he's ahead of Fajardo, left fielder, 4 strike 1. Doubled and scored in the 6th. Fajardo as Schreiber misses low off speed that time. Yoener Fajardo. And the 1-1 pitch is off speed inside. And that's ball 2. Now the 2-1 pitch, ground ball got jammed near the first base line. Third hop play by the first baseman, who flips it to first. Palka feeds his pitcher. And that's out number 1. It's Fajardo. Excuse me, been mispronouncing that name today. Fajardo is the correct way to pronounce Yoener's last name. So Emmanuel Rodriguez, get a chance to see one of the Twins' bright young prospects here, number 3 per MLB.com. Outfielder, left-handed hitter. And the pitch is a strike. It was dropped by the catcher, Hernandez, but a strike nonetheless. Emmanuel Rodriguez. And the 0-1 off speed, strike 2. Rodriguez from the left side. And the 0-2 pitch just missed outside at 93. And that's ball 1. Rodriguez at A-ball last year right here in Fort Myers for the Mighty Muscles. He's 20 years old. July birthday, July 2nd. The 1-2 low. Yeah, with good speed, good instincts to the outfield, and the 2-2 doesn't chase high. Trying to come back here, fell behind against a big league arm. And now a 3-2 count to Rodriguez. Hit 9 home runs last year. And a 3-2, a swing and a foul back. High on base percentage, a .492 on base percentage. Stole 11 bases. And the 3-2, strike 3 call. Looking for something else. 93, locked up Rodriguez. And that is out number 2. I want to tell you about the MLB Ballpark app. Right now, we know many are tuning in via the app. And you can download the app. It will complete your next visit to Target Field. Buy and manage game tickets, redeem offers, access exclusive content, and so much more. Simply download the MLB Ballpark app right now. 2 down, bottom 8. Twins 4, Red Sox 3. Ball 1 to Chris Williams, first baseman. And the 1-0 is a strike. Noah Miller would bat next if the inning continues. And the 1-1 breaking ball spinned and missed inside. Ball 2. Swing and a miss. Now 2-2 count. Bright and sunny here in Fort Myers. Another beautiful day in the 80s. And the 2-2 foul back off the net. Twins have a road game tomorrow. We will not make that trip to Lakeland, right? Twins are taking on the Tigers. We're back with you here on Monday. Radio only against the Yankees. 2-strike pitch is outside, full count. Our next simulcast will take place on Tuesday at 12 o'clock Central Time. We'll join you for Bailey Oberstart here against Pittsburgh. Ground ball to third. Charging, picking cleanly from the infield grass. Throws out. Williams to end the inning. A 1-2-3-8 ninth inning coming up. Twins are 3 outs away from handing the Red Sox their second spring loss. 4-3 Twins on your home for Twins baseball. Blaine Enlow will try and grab the last 3 outs of this one today. Twins on top 4-3. This is the 4th spring outing for Enlow. He's allowed 4 runs in 3 1/3 innings. He's walked 3, struck out 3. Narciso Crook is the batter for the Red Sox. He is hitting in the DH spot. Right-handed hitter. And the 1-0 pitch fouled back from Enlow. And now a 1-ball-1 strike count. Enlow 25 games last year between Wichita and really mostly in Wichita. I had just 1 game here in Fort Myers. Was in camp last year, optioned down to Double-A in late March, and did not pitch until May while coming back from Tommy John surgery. As Enlow misses inside. The attendance today, 7,000. Was 605. Beautiful day. 3-1, ground ball to third. Short hop played perfectly. Nice pick by Rucker. Throws out. Crook for out number 1. Not an easy play, and Jake Rucker charging that ball. Danny looking down and made that scoop, that short hop, done perfectly.
Yeah, he sits back on it. He might eat him up a little bit, give him some trouble. Crook does run well, but he made the right decision to go ahead and charge it, reach out, got that nice little short hop.
1 away, and now Rafaela. Ceddanne Rafaela, top prospect in the Red Sox organization. MLB.com lists him as their 3rd best prospect entering the year. Right-handed hitter. As Enlow misses inside, and a 1-ball, 1-strike count. Enlow, he was DFA'd on January 6th, opened up a 40-man spot for right-handed pitcher Oliver Ortega, whom the Twins claimed off waivers from the Angels. Fly ball into right center field, playable in the alley. 2 outfielders there. The right fielder Rosario calls and catches. And that's out number 2. Now, this copyrighted broadcast is presented by authority of the Minnesota Twins. It may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Minnesota Twins. Ball 1 outside. During the season, that piece of legal advice is often read, and hear that familiar voice of the great John Gordon during our broadcast. And John was
here today.
Yeah, stopped by the booth.
Got a group of kids here. We talked about them earlier. The
Chaska Hawks.
The Hawks.
4-3 Twins, 9th inning, 2 outs. 1-1 count to Paulino as he slams it foul. Behind the plate, 1-2. Twins looking to improve to 7-6-2. And great for league play. Enlow needs 1 more strike. Righty to lefty, 1-run game. The 1-2 pitch outside and low. Now a 2-2 count. Stretch and the 2-2 pitch. He struck him out swinging, and the Twins win the game. 4-3 the final. The Red Sox scored 3 early. Twins a 2-run 5th, a 2-run 6th. And that's the difference here today as the Twins come back and defeat the Red Sox 4-3. We'll come back, get some thoughts from Danny next. First, we take a break on your home for Twins baseball.